All right, how about this story this morning? A birth control mix-up sparking a massive class action lawsuit that seeks millions of dollars in damages. More than 100 women in dozens of states claim that a packaging error in their birth control pills led to unplanned pregnancies. And now they would like the drug company to pay big time to raise those children, including their education. I am joined now by defense attorney Mark Eiglarsh and Richard Roth. Welcome, gentlemen. Good to have you both here. Very interesting story we have here. Essentially, the claim is that, it's supposed to be 3 weeks on and then 1 week off, and that it rotated in such a way that they were taking the pills at the wrong time, and poof, next thing they knew, they had a beautiful bouncing baby boy or girl. So, Mark, you claim that they have a claim.
Absolutely. Martha, this is a serious, heart-wrenching blunder caused exclusively by this company. Let's put some faces on the people who were troubled by this negligence. You have a woman who was deployed and had to give up her baby for adoption. She was serving in our military. We have a woman expecting twins. We have someone who was in nursing school and law school, and they were forced to drop out. A 17-year-old gave birth unexpectedly. This is something that was caused exclusively by them. And by the way, Martha, you could read more about it in the book that I wrote just this morning, What to Expect When You Weren't Expecting.
Are you representing any of these clients, Mark?
No, but I will.
I'm
upset about this one.
It sounds like it. So, all right, Richard, let me go to you. It seems to my first impression when I read this story this morning was, every prescription you take has the little package in it that has a million words on there that basically says, look, you're taking this medication of your own volition, and, the onus is on you.
That's right, and it's more than that, Mark. Great book. But the bottom line is that there's a process. 113 women have claimed that they got pregnant. The company claims it was one package which was misplaced. So the question is, did these 113 women, any of them, did they really mistakenly take the pill? They have to prove they were prescribed the pill. They have to prove that they took the pill. They have to prove they had a baby while they were taking the pill. Right. So let the process take its place before we have this rush to justice. The justice may be of the 113, there may be 5, there may be 7, there may be 1. But, just because people are jumping on the plaintiff's bandwagon, my answer is, whoa. Let's figure out what happened here. If there's really one misplaced package, then 113 women are sharing that package. So something's wrong here. And the question is really how bad it really is.
Yeah, the company says that they've only been able to confirm one blister pack that maintained a defect and was sold to a patient. It sounds to me like if you can't produce the actual pack that was defective, Mark, you're going to have a pretty tough time winning this case.
Well, it shouldn't be solely based on that. And I think my zealous advocate is somehow drinking the gullible this morning in thinking that the company in defending this lawsuit would erroneously claim that only one packet, solely one packet, was placed out there. You've got 94 babies that came out as a result of what took place here. And I think that by pointing the finger at them is what's typically done by these companies who know they've done wrong.
But that's an assumption that they were actually taking those pills and that they didn't just hear that there was a class action lawsuit going on and decide to become part of it. I'm not saying that's what happened, but it is possible, right?
It's possible. You are right. It's a huge assumption. Yeah. The bottom line is, oops, honey, I thought I was on the pill. I'm going to join the class action lawsuit when the woman wasn't on the pill. Doesn't she have to prove her case? Was there one package? Were there 10 packages? And it was and it was a mischaracterizing. They actually took the pills in the back.
The challenge
in the front. It is a challenge to the plaintiffs. There's a far way we have to go before we pay for, the company pays for 113. Am I a zealous advocate? Absolutely.
I don't disagree in part. Here's the bigger problem. Many judges actually don't even think that these unwanted pregnancies is considered damages. They consider it life, and any amount of money that these people have to spend to raise a child is offset by the joy of parenting.
That's why we have juries.
Ooh.
That's why we have juries.
Yeah, I wonder how the kids will feel when they find out that their parents sued to pay for their education because they didn't want them in the first place. But that's a whole other layer of this discussion. And thanks for bringing your new book, Mark. I hope it does well.
Yeah, should be a bestseller.
Thank you, everybody.